Alrighty, welcome to the start of the chunk-locked Ironman. So I've been sort of wanting to do one of these chunk-locked accounts for like a year or something, pretty much since I started playing Old School actually. And when Varlamore came out, I loved it. I loved everything they've got here. It's fantastic. So I figured when they released Batch 2, found this place, Mistrock. Perfect place to start. I haven't done a lot of research on like what is around this chunk, so starting here obviously. Plan is to just take it one chunk at a time, see how it goes. While he rambles on in the background, I'm going to use this time to run through the account rules for you. First up, this is going to be a sort of semi-extreme one chunk account, and what that means is I want to keep progressing the account without being stuck in one chunk for like a whole year. I will be doing the big RNG grinds like the curve bone and the big shark. The exception for that is the pets. I still want them, but I'm not going to lock progress behind them. For skilling exceptions, we have 3. Firstly, farming will be a passive skill. Once unlocked, I'll keep chipping away at it, but I'm not stopping the account for it either. For Herblore, I'm starting with it locked, but I will be able to step outside of my chunks to unlock it once I can source all the quest items from my unlocked chunks. This gives me sort of a natural balance between never having potions and just starting with it unlocked like some accounts do. Next up, rune crafting. At the time of recording, I simply don't have a good solution for this one. I don't want to just like unlock it, but the closest source for the only real quest item, which is an air talisman, is either near enough to the Wizard's Tower anyway, or somewhere up in Shazian. For rune crafting, I think I'm going to wait until Varlamore Part 3 is released, see if it presents any interesting solutions, and if not, then I'll probably just bite the bullet and go unlock it. And lastly, somewhat of a contentious one, Puro. I've seen a few comments on other chunkers videos saying that the volume and variety of resources gained from Puro can make a series less interesting, and locking myself in a pocket dimension for a few months goes against the intent for the series anyway, so in the long and short of it is, I'm just not going to do it. I may grab an Impling here or there if I spot one in the wild, but I'm not going to go out hunting for them either. And that's pretty much it. I'll let you get back to live action me, where I'm sure I'm about to discover that there is no way to make money in my starting chunk and everything has to be backlogged. Bucket of water, iron bar. Iron bar could be a way. We have a general store here somewhere, right? I think that was a general, that's a pickaxe shop. Wait, pickaxe shop. Okay, so hammer and chisel for a start, fantastic. Can't buy any ore, but I can sell them here. Steel pickaxe, iron pickaxe. Why does the chunk picker not tell me to get an iron pickaxe? Surely that is my best melee weapon. It says unarmed is my best melee weapon. Is an iron pickaxe genuinely worse than just punching people? I bet it is. What does the steam forge brew do? Oh, magic! Magic and mining. That is actually kind of cool. Okay, well that's good to know. I might pick up a pickaxe anyway, since I think the next chunk is going to be probably over there. And that has got mining, I did see on my way in. Well, maybe it's got mining, we'll find out. What was I getting? Iron bars, that's right. Let's go get that. Get the logs. Bucket of water. Wait, logs? That means if I can get a tinderbox I can train fire making. Not that I can cut trees, but anyway. I guess there mustn't be a tinderbox because I didn't get told to light a log. Onion. That's technically food. Not a lot going on over there. What was that? Nasty Nick. Oh, that's the, yeah, those tokens. Which I'm sure that'll pop up eventually in the series. And up here is nothing. Oh yeah, these are all connected. That's pretty cool. Still none of these are interactable. Good. Alright, well that's pretty much everything. I'll grab one of those ropes and then I'll see if I can find a way to sell the iron bar. Because if I can sell that, that's going to be this whole chunk probably quite quickly. We definitely, I feel like there is a shop here, right? Maybe the mining shop. Can I sell them to the mining shop? Can't sell to this shop, okay. Can't sell any of this to the shop, right? Okay. That's not the way. Shield shop's probably not going to buy it either. Wait, who's the... There he is. Nope, okay. And... But you. No, so I can't sell any of that to the shop. I thought I checked this. Okay, I'm gonna have to find out if there is actually a way for me to make any money in this chunk and go from there. Back in a minute. Alright, so it looks like there's no way to actually make any money in my first chunk. Unexpected, but you know, these things are going to happen when you are going in pretty blind. So, what we're going to do instead is roll our first chunk and backlog everything. It does mean that probably as soon as I get access to anything that I can fight, that those best in slots will jump up to adamant, but hey, it means we've got a lot of melee grinding to do ahead of us. So let's do a roll. So, question is, can I actually do anything in that chunk? It doesn't look like... Oh wait, hang on. I can go up the left side, can't I? So, that is actually a viable chunk. Yeah, cool. So we've got two chunks there that we can roll. Let's do it. I wonder what it'll roll. No way. Alright, so we're going to pick this one first. Because mining. Done. And now we can... Yeah, look, attack. Wield a steel weapon. Cook a cooked meat. Wear adamant armor. Adamant kite shield, adamant square shield. So one rat, one giant rat to kill. Okay. Awesome. Let's get into it. Okay, now I need to... That's upsetting. How do I fix that? Does not like capturing Runelight and Old School at the same time. That's interesting. Hey, there we go. And it's gonna... No? Okay, cool, we're fine. Let's go and have a look what's in our new chunks. We've got giant rats, we've got bones, so we can do prayer. There's little rats as well. Let's knock out one of those tasks right now. We've got iron, we've got coal, we've got gold. So there is actually no mining to start with. Is there actually any, like, coal or anything? Not coal. Copper or tin. Silver, gold. Oh no, we won't be doing any mining anytime soon, but look at that. Alright, fair enough. Iron is the lowest. I wonder where the closest copper is. Iron. Copper and tin. Okay, so you know it's a fair way away, but it's there. I wonder, can I take out a giant rat already? I assume that I can. It's level 3. It's been a while since I've been on a fresh account that isn't a Leagues account. Okay, so yeah, very doable, and it makes sense that it would be doable since this is literally the first enemy I'm fighting. I might pick up some of these bones and try and grab a couple of prayer levels just so I've got... I was going to say some prayer to use while training, but I don't have an altar, do I? So that's not going to be a thing. Still, a couple levels couldn't hurt. Oh, cooking meat was a task as well, wasn't it? We've got a range over here, and well, this is probably also going to be my food since, as it turns out, I don't have any money and I can't buy stews and jugs of wine. So, yeah, that tracks. I mean, we do have those steam forge brews, so we do have, you know, food, strictly speaking. Hey, and it also does give me a mining level, so I do only need 14 mining for the iron. That's also a thing. But we'll take out some more rats and we'll get some more meat and we'll get that task done as well. This will be the first level on the account in a second. There it is, level 2 attack. Gotta start somewhere, right? Okay, so now, killing away, having a think about what the plan is. All of the tasks that it's telling me to do, equip a steel pickaxe, equip adamant armor, are still things I have to buy, and I still don't have any money. So, as it turns out, we're going to have to backlog all of those, which means we have exactly one task left to do in this chunk, which is cook a cooked meat. Well, I guess rat meat in this case. So if we can get that in these 4, yeah, there we go. So, and cooking too, perfect. That means basically everything else is backlogged and it's time to roll another chunk. So let's go do that. Okay, and now we've got 2 chunks to roll, so it's gonna be one of those 2. Let's see, what have we got? So I know there's a quest on there, but it doesn't look like I'll be able to do the whole quest anyway, and I definitely don't have the requirements. I guess roll and pick, and it's probably going to be this one, let's be real. Although if I pick that one first, I'll have less tasks to do. Let's just do the one where I know I can get money. Let's do that. Okay, new task. So, wield a steel weapon, that's not new. Brew a jug of wine for 35 cooking, that's going to be a while. Pickpocket a guard, so I'll be doing lots of thieving on citizens. And iron dagger, leather gloves, adamant kite shield, adamant square shield. Bird, chicken, giant rat. We've done the giant rat, we can get rid of that. I forgot to tick that one off. And the rest, yeah, doable. Alright, let's get into it. Alrighty, new chunk unlocked. Let's go and have a look. Probably drop those. So we can't go up that side. We'll go up this side. Those are not interactable. There's that porcupine, which is level 4. So it's really too high for me to just left click to attack. How much health has it got? 5 health. We could take it with 2 food, right? Yeah, cool. We're good. And it drops bones. Well, excellent. This guy's got anything to say? Grapes are in good shape for a harvest. Okay. So I know that's a thing. I know that we can get grapes. Does it? I don't think it actually gives any experience. Let's go have a look, I guess. This one, foreman. Yeah, here we go. Pet the dog. Need any help? Spare pair of hands. Gives you grape barrel. Grape barrel full of grapes coming up. Grapes. Fantastic. We get 5 grapes. Can I have some gold instead? No. Okay, well, fair enough. And so you can do that as many times as you want. Let's talk to... Oh, hang on. There's a jug up there as well. Okay. And an actual jug of wine. Hey, food spawn over there. Who's this? Oh, is this actually a brewing vat? It is too. Does that mean I can actually make wine here? I bet it doesn't. I bet it's just the regular ales. Yeah, okay. that's what that'll be. Let's go. Can I just grab that jug of wine? Because if so, that's going to be all the food I need for training. Agility and strength. There's a strength pot. Bartender. Tourist. Can I have that? I can too. And it's right next to a pickpocketable citizen. Oh, I'm going to spend a lot of time up here, aren't I? Okay, cool. Alright. What else have we got? So we got the mixology minigame, of course, which we can't do just yet. We can't pickpocket the guard. Lab notes. Some technical diagrams scrolled all over the pages. Herbal knowledge is not good enough to understand what they mean. Fair enough. Don't think there's anything else up here. No, cool. Alright, and then we've got a bank over here as well. So 2 banks in our first 3 chunks. Citizen, who is pickpocketable as well. Bank. Spade. Spade is not accessible? Not accessible. That's alright, we'll get down there eventually. Okay, cool. I guess it's time to get stuck into all of those grinds. I think I'm going to start with the pickpocketing so that I will have some starting gold. I can go pick up those first couple of weapons to begin the fight with so that I don't just have to punch and kick. So that's probably what I'm going to do. Alright, coming up on 8 thieving, there we go. And now, we can pickpocket farmers, apparently, and there should be 1 farmer in this chunk who we can pick, whose pocket we can pick, I should say. So if I go down here, yeah, cool. Let's see if this goes any better. I think, nope, apparently it's 10. Back we go. Don't know why I thought that was 8, but, you know, here we are. Actually, there's one other thing. There's going to be one exception on this account, and I'm not a huge fan of exceptions, but I'm also not a huge fan of skills being locked behind quests. So I am going to allow an exception for Druidic Ritual with a caveat. I'm actually I'm going to allow myself to go out of the chunks to do it, and obviously only Druidic Ritual, nothing else. But I'm also not going to be able to do it until I can get all of the meats for that quest from my chunks. So there is a caveat to the caveat, I guess. We can already access the rat meat, and I'm pretty sure there's chickens in the top of that windmill, so that should be 2 of them. I think the other 2 are bear and... is it just cow? Hang on. Yeah, it is just bear and cow. So I know that both of those are available in Varlamore somewhere. I know where the cows are for sure. I'm pretty sure I've seen bears here. So once I have access to all 4 of those meats, I'll grab one of them each and I'll pop over to Tavaly, knock that quest out real quick, and then come back. Alrighty, that's 10. And, you know, that probably should have been my warning before that I couldn't pickpocket farmers when it didn't pop up, but here we go. So now, we've got that option. Alright, well this is kind of awful. I'm going through food faster than I would like, and constantly clicking on the wheat is already doing my head in, but there's 11, and I might I might go back to just the citizens for just ease of AFK. Although, now that I've got a little bit of money, I might switch over to doing some combat, get my HP up a little bit, so this is more chill. Let's do that actually, let's go do some combat. So, there's a farmer there that I can pickpocket who's not in the wheat. That's also good to know. I was under the impression that there were chickens. There are chickens. Sweet. I'm going to get 5 attack, 5 defense, and then come back with some steel gear. But there is a chunk task, kill a chicken, and I've also got feathers and chicken meat. And the chicken meat is one of the items for Druidic Ritual. So that's another thing out of the way. Back down here, we're going to pick up a steel pick, which will be our steel weapon, and in a moment we will be wielding that when we get to 5 attack. And that should be 5 attack, which means we now have a, I guess it's quite a slow weapon, isn't it? But that's a chunk task, equip a steel weapon, so that's done. It does seem a bit like the best weapon I have access to at the moment for training is going to be the Iron Dagger. And since it's a chunk task and it will probably very slightly increase the speed that I actually manage to kill things, maybe that's going to be the first thing I should be going for. The question is, can I flinch these, or is that going to be... Alright, let's give this a try, see if I can flinch them. I did that wrong. I did that very wrong. Alright, here we go, here we go. Probably should have picked up all my food first, but here we are. See how long this takes, if it is actually something I can do. Hey, this strength 2. It's not a max hit though, so we'll have to wait for that one. Combat 5, excellent. No, we will not be doing that. Nice, my first random event, and it was one that I cannot do because I believe that one takes you to. Is it Yanil or does it take you to Varrock? I think it's Varrock. One of the two. Alright, well, can it be done? Yeah, definitely, it can be done. Should I be doing it? Absolutely not. This took forever. I don't even know how long, maybe 10 minutes? More than 10 minutes? And what if I go 40 dry or something? Because that's potato seeds, yeah, no. We're not going to do that. We're going to go back to... I mean, that is a chunk task, actually. So that's done. Kill a guard. I think that's... Oh, hang on. There's a bird up here as well that I need to kill, and that will be, I think, all of the kill chunk tasks. Pretty sure. Yes, it is. Okay, so if I kill this bird, that's all the killing done that I need to do. And then we can just go grind out chickens for the... for the combat levels and also for the cooking levels, because we'll need to get quite a lot of cooking for the jug of wine later. There we go, chunk task done. Is level 10. Alright, Black Warhammers. I'm sure that'll come up soon. Oh, combat 9 as well, excellent. Just want to get one more max hit and then I can start training the other combat skills and maybe take another run at those guards. Here we got our first clue scroll drop. Let's see, is it going to be Varric, of course. So that's going to go on the ground. I actually don't think there's any beginner clue scrolls in Varlamore, so beginners might be entirely useless to us for quite a long time. Oh, cool. So that is 15 strength. Try to miss the pop-up forward. I'm sure I can pop it in the corner there. And now I can get I was going to say a max hit of 3, but that's not true, is it? No. Okay, we're still training strength. 17 strength. So now, if I switch to, yes, accurate, I can still hit 3s. So now, Actually, I might get a couple more levels in attack, and then I will go and do a proper run at those guards. Try and get that iron dagger. Alright, we'll get some attack levels first. So I was having a look through the chunk tasks, and it's got obtain leather gloves in there, and it took a while to figure out exactly where the leather gloves come from. Apparently, it's this thing. Trade it to the nest, switch worlds, or log out and log back in, whichever, and search the nest and leather gloves. So there's a chunk task, a new best in slot item. Fantastic. I mean, this is a lot faster than the whatever 15 minutes of flinching I did before, but still, might still have to finish him off with flinching so that I don't get killed. So if I just keep drinking, then I'm going to end up with no chance to hit anyway. So oh no. Oh no. Just drink. It's fine. It's fine. Finish him off, come on. Please. Okay, cool. Fantastic. It's 7 coins. But that's doable, like I can do that, and that'll get me the iron dagger sooner rather than later. We got a random event, and it's a mime show. That's new. Alright, and we get gloves and pants. I guess that's a slot, right? It's an upgrade. Sure, why not? Oh, fire runes, that's new. Alright, iron bolts is a new one as well. Not immediately useful, but I'm sure later, right? How far away is the closest crossbow? And there's attack 20, which is mithril. Fantastic. I might switch to defense now and start heading towards those adamant item tasks. Mime show again. That's the second one of those. Alrighty. And it was just an emote, but that's okay. It's one less thing to unlock from that. Hey, we get a Quizmaster. We get to pick between 1,000 coins or something potentially useful. So let's see what our first mystery box on the account is. It's a cut diamond. Okay, I guess I don't have any use for it yet because I don't have any crafting shops near me. But that's an interesting one. Okay, cool. Also, I've been playing around with the capture software, so you should be able to see rune light now when I pull out a drawer like that. And you can see where I'm at with all of the chickens and all of the guards. Hey, first time killing a guard without needing to actually eat any food. Getting there. First sandwich lady, and it's a baguette. Let's see what we get. I mean, we know what we're going to get, but could it be... No, it's just a regular baguette. Although food, so that's not bad. And there's defense 20, so we can now do mithril. Probably won't bother buying the shield though, we'll probably just wait until we can do the adamant and get the chunk task done. Just got the grain drop, which is one of the other 1 in 128 drops from the guards. So we got the iron ore and the grain, but no iron dagger yet. We're not quite double the drop rate, but yeah, it's gotta happen soon, right? Drill Demon random event. And we get Camo Top. Cool. I was on the phone to a customer at the time, but I got the iron dagger. It's one less chunk task. Alright, got my first genie random, and I was too slow getting the recording to actually catch the genie, but I still get the lamp, and now I have a conundrum. What do I even spend lamps on? Okay, after having a bit of a think about it, I think I'm going to start putting it onto agility for the time being, to try and get up to a usable level, since the closest agility course is, I guess, Draenor, and that's quite a ways off. So we'll see how long this takes to get up to. What's Draenor? 10? Oh, no, Vara could be closer, and that's 30. So 30 agility is what we're after there. And there it is, level 30. So finally we can wear the adamant armor. So now we can get it, but we currently don't have the funds to. And I'm going to have to do a couple other things before that happens. So let's finally leave the chicken prison. We've been here for quite some time, just shy of 1,500 chickens killed in total. And now, I believe it is time to go and cook all of the chickens that we have, that we've gathered. So we'll do that, and that will get us actually a little bit closer to, or it should get us all the way to, one of the other chunk goals, the cooking goal. No, don't run that way. So yeah, one moment, and we're about to see a whole stack of cooking happening. So here we go. Starting from, I believe I'm still level 1. Maybe not actually level 2. Yeah, level 2 cooking, and away we go. And there is 35 cooking, which is the level required to make wine, which is that chunk task. I am going to finish off cooking the rest of the chickens though, just to see how high I can get. So, back with that in a minute. Alright, that's the last of the chicken. We've not quite made it to 41 cooking, but now we can get the last, or the only, cooking task done. We just have to wait for that to ferment. There we go, 600 experience and a chunk task done. So now we just have the, I want to say, adamant gear, adamant gear, and the pickpocketed guard left to do. That's all. I'm sure I'll bring up a thing on the side that shows all of the chunk tasks here. Alright, well, yeah, I guess we'll get into pickpocketing now that we've got all this wine to drink. Oh. 34 thieving, and that means we have one of the requirements for the closest quest to us, which is Death on the Isle. However, the other requirement, 32 agility, we will not be seeing for quite some time. So, and finally level 40. So now, okay, now we can go pickpocket guards and actually finalize all of the chunk tasks that we have left. So let's go up here and grab a guard. This will do. Done. Chunk task done. And all that's left is to pick up a couple of upgrades. So trade you one of those and one of those, please. And that is our best in slot armor for the chunk, and all of our chunk tasks complete. Okay, we are going to call it there for this episode, and when we come back in episode 2, we'll be rolling our next chunk, which will be one of these, and go from there.